Shalom. I want to start by giving all praise to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Waharuka Kodash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us the scriptures, among other things, and salutations to Yakim across the earth for doing this work in sincerity and in truth. Shalom. So, this video I want to go into this article from LTL News, which is also a television station, which also provide a lot of news online. And further than that, they also a mainstream commercial television station, with all kinds of programs. And of course, they also got news there. So this is from today, this morning. So Russian Minister Lavrov, delivery of F-16s to Ukraine is nuclear threat. The supply of modern fighter jets such as the F-16 to Ukraine by the West is seen by Russia as a nuclear threat, that says Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov. Lavrov said this in an interview with the Russian website lenta.ru. Catastrophic consequences. Lavrov points out that F-16s can be equipped with nuclear weapons. The very fact that such systems appear in the Ukraine armed forces will be seen as a nuclear threat by the West, he says. The US and its NATO allies are creating the risk of a direct military confrontation with Russia, which could have a catastrophic consequences. NATO commitment. Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky has been asking for modern fighter jets, especially F-16s, since the start of the war over a year ago. Such fighter jets can be delivered as part of the security guarantees agreed by a number of NATO member states this week at an alliance summit with Ukraine. In May, the United States, which produced the F-16s, already allowed Ukraine pilots to be trained to use the F-16. Nuclear doctrine. Ukraine does not have nuclear weapons and has never asked its Western allies to do so. According to Russian nuclear doctrine, Russia may only use nuclear weapons in two cases: if there's a nuclear attack on Russia, or if there is a conventional attack that threatens the very existence of the country. Attack again on Kiev. Meanwhile, the war in Ukraine continues. For example, the capital Kiev was bombarded by Russian drone attacks for the third night in a row. At least one person was killed and at least 4 people were injured. Authorities said buildings were damaged and fires broke out, including in an apartment building. The attack began around 1:30 a.m. local time. The anti-aircraft guns were activated and explosions were heard in several places in the city. The army commanded in Kiev speaks of a massive attack in which Iran-made shade drones flew in from several directions at the same time. And that's also, Iran, they didn't forget what America did, because eventually all these countries are going to turn against America. Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon, they're going to turn against her. Within the hours you're going to be destroyed. Don't forget that the Japanese forgot about Hiroshima and Nagasaki. That was fresh in the brain. They still know it. This is, you can see, this is Joel, what's it? Joel chapter 3. Let me see real quick if I can find it real quick. Let me see. Small book. Let me see. book of Joel, chapter 3. Let me see. Let me see. This is the book of Joel, chapter 3. Let me start at verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Yeah, and that's what you see right now. North Korea fires an ballistic missile, I believe. I also posted an article about it. You know, like 2 days ago, and he towards or over Japan, I think. You know, a thing that a rocket that could fly very a lot of miles. You know. So back to the article, the attack began around 1:30 a.m. local time. The anti-aircraft guns were activated and explosions were heard in several places in the city. The army commanded in Kiev speaks of a massive attack in which Iron-made shade drones flew from several directions at the same time. All drones were shot down. 2-caliber cruise missiles were also reportedly shot down. The victims fell because of debris fell in several places in the city, and a 16-story apartment building, among others, was hit by falling pieces, injuring at least 2 people, authorities said. So, I said that. So these things, these are showing us, those who the Most High has chosen to understand this and to be awake and to see what's going on. It shows us, yeah, of course, he's been saying that we are close to the end. You see the steps that they are taking concerning the digitalization of money, making everything digital. I also saw an article concerning Spain that they make it more easier to pay with your phone and stuff like that. Yeah, these are all parts of prophecies, things that are about to, how you said, it come to pass very soon. So this is the book of Second Ezra, chapter. Let me see. This is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 9 and 1. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So by seeing all these things going on, it shows us that the Most High is busy to let these prophecies come to pass. So if they and NATO, they didn't decided yet if they're gonna give these F-16 fighter jets to Ukraine, but this foreign minister Sergei Lavrov from Russia, he made it very clear if the West is gonna give them these fighter jets, they will have to consider a problem with Russia. And you got all these media, this news going on, but they only, they not really how I said that, they don't really show you what's going on. You got this news, they only tell you one side, and they talking as if Ukraine has a very big chance against Russia. Don't forget, Russia haven't fought a war for years. America is the country that fought all this war, and yet all these countries from NATO been sending soldiers, including Holland. They've been sending soldiers to all these BS wars that America was, led by America, but Russia all these years, and China. Don't forget, China is also alongside with him. All those years they didn't fought the war, And don't forget about North Korea. They didn't fight the war. These people, they live for war, man. Iran also, they used to have a treaty with the West concerning this chemical weapons, and this machinery of the chemicals, the of the how you call that, of the nuclear machinery, making these nuclear rockets and all that. And they basically, like a while ago, they basically give the NATO the finger and be like, yeah, we gonna do whatever we want. Everybody's sick and tired of being bullied, and now these countries starting to stand up. Yeah, it's part of prophecy. Let me see. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So, yeah, we are in that time, but the end is not yet. These things will pass, it will go on. There's the book of Revelations, chapter 11 and verse 14. The second woe, and this woe is talking about this war, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So it shows you that the third world war will come. Whether you want to believe it or not, it's gonna happen. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that. So with that, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Baharuka Kudash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us the scriptures, among other things, and salutations to Yakim across the earth for doing his work in sincerity and the truth. So with that, I'm gonna say Shalom.